Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be taking a look at some really cool DLC information. As we know, the update is just a few short hours away, depending on when you're watching this, so I know many of us are getting hyped and excited for tomorrow. We've got some new information to talk about today, as well as some things to kind of get you ready for the update itself. First of which, we have some new information from Yan, who says, it's DLC Eve, and I've got some information for you. So this is what he knows so far. Only one new car will release tomorrow, and that is going to be the Progen GP1, as we already know, and as Rockstar have already teased on the newswire. However, he says there's 3 other cars that will be in the file, ready to be unlocked later, probably at a pace of 1 per week again, and the new cars are the 2 that we know, the Turismo Classic and the Infernus Classic, however, a new one in the Hijak Ruston. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. So we obviously know the 2 classics that Rockstar have already introduced, those kind of older style supercars. However, I don't know if they're going to be in the supercar class, if they're going to be in the sports classic class. That information really isn't known as of yet. The Ruston is kind of a surprise though. We don't really know what type of car this is. Hijak only has one other vehicle in the game. It's the Chameleon, which is an electric hybrid car based on the Fisker. And another thing about the Chameleon is it's a collectibles item only. I think it was for like the special collection edition of GTA 5. So I know not everyone has access to the Chameleon, but that's pretty cool right there. So we're going to be getting 4 total vehicles with this update, Progen GP1 on day 1, and then 3 others to be released at a later point. If I had to take a guess at how it would work, I would say tomorrow we get the GP1 in the main update. A week later, we'll get the Turismo Classic and an adversary mode. A week after that, we might get another vehicle. And then the third week, or the third tunables update, we'll probably get the final vehicle. I'm not sure what order it's going to be in. And then the second adversary mode. Remember, Rockstar teased 2 adversary modes that they were also going to be adding in this update. So we need to remember that those are also going to be coming too. Now, Yan also has the prices of these vehicles. He says they're not 100% accurate, so keep that in mind. And I'm actually quite thoroughly surprised at how not expensive these are, which is kind of awesome. So we've got the Progen GP1, which he says is going to be around $1.25 million, which is not bad at all. We've then got the Turismo Classic, which is around $700,000. Again, not bad at all right there, especially if these are going to be supercars. You've then got the Infernus Classic, which is around $900,000. And then this new vehicle, the Hijak Ruston, which is only around $400,000. So if we add all of that up just to buy these vehicles, and if those prices are correct, that's going to cost $3.25 million. Now, I'm sure that you guys are going to want to do some customization as well for all of these vehicles, so I would have to say that that total is probably going to be closer to around $4 or $5 million for the vehicles themselves, which is actually not bad, especially if all of these are supercars. Now, that will vary a little bit if the Turismo Classic and the Infernus Classic are sports classics, which I'm really not too sure what Rockstar is going to do with this. I'm sure we'll find out exactly what their plans are tomorrow when the stuff is actually added into the game, and we'll be able to look at it a little bit more. But that is still pretty awesome to know that, number 1, those are the vehicles we're getting, and number 2, they're not that expensive as well. So that is another great thing to help you guys out here, and that should give you a pretty nice estimate on how much money you're probably going to need for this update, which is likely going to be around $4 or $5 million when it's all said and done, which is not bad at all. Now, what's also great about what Yan has found is he's also got some photos as well. Have absolutely no clue how he's acquired these, and I do apologize for the quality not being so great. We'll start with the new Hijak Ruston right here, this white vehicle. Now, this is pretty cool. This might be the first supercar that looks like this. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is kind of similar to the supercar version of the BF Raptor. And then I started digging around and found that it was most similarly to the VUHL05, but it's also kind of a cross between that and the VTM Expo. So I'll put some photos of what those look like on the screen right now, and you can kind of compare it to the screenshot I just showed off. I don't know how I feel about this car. It looks cool, but I don't know how it's going to perform. It's also interesting because I don't think it's going to have a roof on there, which is certainly unique for the supercars themselves. It does look to have a good bit of customization in terms of some of the spoiler options we could apply. Also, there looks to be like some modifications to the bumper that we could possibly do as well. And I do like the kind of color scheme as well, the white and black as well. So it'll definitely be interesting to play around with this vehicle. That is the new Hijak Ruston. We've also got an image of the brand new Turismo Classic. And we finally figured out which Turismo this was. Was it going to be the GTA 4 one or the older San Andreas one? And the answer is the older San Andreas one, because this one is based off of the Ferrari F40, which is so cool. So a couple things I can get from this screenshot. It is blurry once again. It looks like this is going to have some pretty epic pop-up headlights, which obviously makes me excited. The mirrors look so cool, really retro. I like that a lot. The spoiler on the back looks awesome, and the stock wheels look pretty great as well. So needless to say, I'm pretty excited about getting this awesome Ferrari F40 added into Grand Theft Auto Online. That is going to be so cool. Really, really excited for that right there. And finally, last but not least, we've got the Infernus Classic. Here it is. It's this red car. Now, a lot of people were wondering, is this going to be the GTA 3 Infernus? Is it going to be the Countach from Vice City? Is it going to be the one from San Andreas? And this has started an absolute war. No one can decide what this is based off of, even though I think I have the answer. So the front of this car, kind of surprisingly, looks really close to the Ferrari Testarossa. And that might upset some people, because I think some would have preferred Rockstar to have added another classic car like the Cheetah Classic, making it a full-blown Testarossa. However, that's what the front looks like, and the back certainly looks like the Lamborghini Diablo. Now, a lot of people are going to say this looks like the Countach from Vice City, but honestly, I don't see it here. To me, I see a mix of the Diablo and the Testarossa, and I think that's exactly what we're getting. A couple things I noted here. The stock wheels look awesome. The spoiler on the back looks super cool. Other than that, this photo is incredibly small and hard to make out any big details here. So we really just are going to have to wait until tomorrow to find out a little bit more about this car, its details. But for now, I am so excited about all three of these vehicles, four if you include the Progen GP1, but we've seen that for a couple weeks now, so that hasn't been totally a surprise. But regardless, these three new vehicles look to be pretty amazing. Now, I'm sure I'm going to hear this question again, and a lot of people might be asking, are these vehicles going to be Benny's cars? And to me, these screenshots indicate no, they're not. They're taken in the same image and styling that vehicles on the Legendary Motorsport appear, so I would imagine that that's what they're going to be. Some people were saying those prices are so low because there's going to be a Benny's upgrade of like $400,000, $500,000 for each one, but honestly, I don't think so. I think the GP1, the Turismo Infernus, and the Hijak Ruston are all just going to be regular Legendary Motorsports vehicles. To me, that's what they look like, and just due to the overflow of Benny's cars that we had with import-export. So that right there should give you a good idea of basically how this update is going to work. To give you guys a quick refresher, March 14th, tomorrow, we're getting the GP1, the stunt races. We're also going to be getting 2 adversary modes and 3 cars that are going to be releasing at a later date, with the rumor being 1 vehicle per week. And if I had to guess, it would be an adversary mode alternating each week. So that's pretty exciting. And even though some people are going to say this is a small update, I think the content inside looks to be pretty cool. And as always, there could be some surprises like clothing or new racing gear that we just don't know, and of course we'll find out about in a few short hours. Now, the last couple things I want to talk about today are some frequently asked questions about the update itself. Number one is the release time. I get this every single time a DLC comes out. So the update is going to be releasing around 10 a.m. GMT time. So for me, since I live on the East Coast of the United States, that's around 5 to 6 a.m. So on the West Coast of the United States, it would probably be around 2 or 3 a.m. So what you want to do is, if you want to find out where the DLC releases in your time zone, basically what you want to do is just plug in 10 a.m. GMT time and then figure out obviously where you are in the world, and that should give you a good idea of when the update itself is going to be coming out. Now, as soon as the update does come out, I am going to be live streaming, so if you are interested in that, stick around on my channel. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on Twitter when I am doing that. And obviously, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of videos and stuff tomorrow. It's going to be super cool as well. But as far as when it's releasing, 10 a.m. GMT time has been like spot on for every single update. So I would imagine that the exact same thing is going to happen this time around, and that's exactly when Rockstar is going to be releasing into the game. Now, speaking of which consoles or PC gets the update first, for the last couple of updates, it seems the Rockstar Warehouse version gets the update first because they don't have to go through any other platforms. Then it seems like Xbox One gets it second, PS4 getting it third, and then Steam PC getting it last. I don't know if there's something with Steam's system that makes it, take a lot longer, but that's typically how it goes. Now, they're not all that far apart, but it's typically 20 to 30 minutes between the first one getting it and then the last one ultimately getting it. And finally, last but not least today, I get this question as well. Some people have been saying, is this update coming out on PS3 and Xbox 360? And sadly, the answer to that is no. This update is only for the current generation and PC. As you know, Rockstar the other day completely closed off the character transfer system, so no DLCs are coming on the 360 or the PS3. This is only for the current generation and for PC. But anyways, that's all the information that I have for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy, and hopefully this has gotten you really hyped for the update coming out tomorrow, just like it has for me. If you guys did go and enjoy this video or excited for the update, be sure to drop a like rating on the video. That would be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.